Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how to install and configure Eveng on VMware Workstation. So for CCIE lab takers or the guys that's preparing for the lab exam, this is a great application that I used to get my CCIE recently. So I'm going to show you and walk you step by step of how to set up and how to configure Eveng and how to configure the iOS and IOU and IOL images on the Eveng, and how to install and configure routers and switches, either layer 2 or layer 3 routers and switches to set up your lab. So let's do that. So the first thing first, which we're gonna do, we're gonna need a VMware Workstation or VMware Player. So VMware Player is for free, as you can see here. You could download the Windows version right here, or Linux version, and you could also download the VMware Fusion for Mac OS X users, right? So after downloading the VMware Workstation, I need to go to, let's fire up the VMware Workstation here. So as you can see, I'm running Debian Linux. So this is a VMware Workstation Pro, as you can see right there. Okay. So now that I get the VMware working and running, I need to go and check the Eveng, download. So right here, this is the link. So as you can see, we have the Eveng Pro Professional Edition, and we have a VMware Eveng Community Edition, which is for free, and that's what we're looking for. So the first thing is the Pro version and then the Community Edition. So we need to go and download the Community Edition right here. Okay, I already downloaded. You just need to click the link and wait for the download to finish. So after downloading the Eveng, we need to go back to VMware, and we're gonna import the Eveng. So we're gonna go to File right here, click File and then Open, and then we're gonna select where the OVF image is located. I'm gonna say click this one. You could customize the location where you want to install it right there. In my case, I'm going to install it on under VMs folder here. I'm going to say open, as you can see. So Eveng community, we could change the name to AVE, for example. Okay, and I'm going to import. It will take a couple of seconds for the import to finish. While we're importing this, I'm going to show you after the Eveng is installed and running, after we configure the Eveng, we need to download the iOS images. To download iOS images, the IOU and IOL images, you could open a web browser and type Cisco IOU /IOL, images download here. Download. And as you can see, we have a couple of links. You could check the network hunt right there. Okay, it's right here also. Cisco IOU, layer 3 and layer 3 images, as you can see. You could download it via torrent, or you could download the zip file and extract the files, right? So I think let's check. So you just download the iOS and IOL images, IOU images, okay? And then I will show you how to import them or export them to via FileZilla, okay? So this is AVE is actually imported. So now we need to do some changes in here, as you can see. So I recommend giving it like 8 gig of RAM. If you have a quad core CPU, you could give it 4 cores. Okay. I want to also to check the network adapter. 40 gig is more than enough for the hard disk space. Okay, network adapters, I have a bridge, okay, set to automatic. I could also set it to VMware 0, okay, which is a bridge, VM bridge. And then we could actually use also VM1 NAT. I'm going to show you how to configure those settings after a while. After that, I'm going to go to the CPU here, and I want to enable the virtual CPU performance counter. Make sure you select both of these two options right there, and I'm going to save. Talking about networking, so you could go to virtual network editor, and then I'm going to type my password here. So basically, as you can see, you could set VMware 0 to bridge, okay, and you could bridge it to specific adapter on your local computer, or you could set it to automatic bridge, so it will automatically join or bridge to the active networking adapter, the physical adapter, okay. And the VMware 1, as you can see, I'm giving it 10.0.1.0, okay, and I'm using DHCP, so VMware will allocate IP addresses automatically to all the clients or all platforms or all virtual machines that I'm installing, and VM8, which is the using the net. Okay, so I'm gonna save or close this one here. Just want to show you this. After that, I'm gonna power on the AVENG right there and do some configuration. So let's wait for the EVENG to load. So we need to configure the static IP address. We need to configure host name, domain name, DNS, and NTP server settings. So let's do that. As you can see here, we have the AVE as the password, and the username is the root. So I'm going to type root and AVE as a password. So it's asking me for the root password. I'm going to type AVE. You could set it whatever. I'm going to go with the AVENG-NG as a host name. I'm going to change the domain to Abdel Punter Local. Okay, I'm going to use the static instead of DHCP. The IP address that I'm going to use 172.16.1.20. I'm going to use the subnet mask of /24. Default gateway is 172.16.1.1 here, and then the DNS server, which is the same as my default gateway. Those settings could be different in your network, right? This is, by the way, the bridge. So if you are using 192, it will be 192.168.1.1 or .1.254, whatever IP address you have. So you know how to do that. Secondary server you could use, okay, the Google DNS server. Then NTP server you could use the same, okay, IP address as the gateway, direct connection, and I think we are done at this point. So the configuration for EVENG is done. So now it's time to actually upload the IOU images into the EVENG. Okay, so let's go and fire up FileZilla. If you don't have it, you could download it. Okay, So I'm gonna fire up the FileZilla. So as you can see here, still connected, so we could use, I'm using the 20, the IP address of the Eveng. Username is root, AVE password, and then the port is 22 and quick connect. I'm going to say yes. So this right here is the my local computer, and here is the Eveng. Okay, I'm going to go to Enter Opt, Unit Labs, expand Unit Labs, add-ons, IOL, and then the bin directory, IOL bin directory. So opt, Unit Labs, add-ons, IOL, and bin directory. Okay, this is the directory where we're gonna actually upload the IOL or IOU images. So I'm gonna select those 3 images. As you can see, we have layer 2, the Iron 15 to 2017 and 2015. So both they work for multi-layer and layer 2 switches. Okay, the 2017 you will get the couple of minor errors like the duplex mismatch. You could just configure it manually. Duplex full, you could set up the duplex to full, or we could go to half on both sides on the switches. Layer 3 image, which is 15.4, which is one of the latest, okay, iOS images. I think the latest one is 15.6, but 15.4 works great. I mean, that's fine. So I'm gonna send them to drag and drop, or you could just double click on each one of those IOU images, and then wait a couple of seconds for the transfer to happen, okay, and upload those images into the Eveng. So I want to keep this video short, okay. So we walked through step by step. I showed you how to configure the Eveng, how to install and configure Eveng using VMware, okay, and also how to upload the iOS images into the Eveng. So in next video we're gonna actually keep on going exactly where we left off right now, okay. I'm gonna show you how to generate a license and how to generate the Cisco license, so you could actually use those images, and how to configure the network using switches and routers and so on using Eveng. I hope this have been informative for you, and see you guys in next video.